So I will share my slides. So the session number 10 is named as Reverence for Excellence, Competition or Cooperation. That is session number 10. Before going into that, we have started discussion regarding this feelings, harmony in the family, in that regarding a relationship among human beings and feelings in relationship in the past few Wednesdays, where we started by discussing or rather proposing that the relationship is there between oneself and another self as the first proposal. There are feelings in a relationship, and these feelings, we can talk about these feelings with some definiteness. The recognition, fulfillment, and evaluation of these feelings lead to mutual happiness. This is what we have discussed as the 4 proposals of a relationship. So whenever we interact with the other human beings, we have to ensure that the feelings are there within, then accept the other with their current level of competence. So recognize that the other is having this lack of competence, or with the current level of competence, we can accept the other, and I can fulfill within, ensure within the naturally acceptable feelings of trust, respect, etc. And when I interact with the other, I can ensure that I'm interacting with these naturally acceptable feelings ensured within. And this will help the other also to understand that what I am expressing are naturally acceptable feelings, and the other in this evaluation part is able to understand what I am expressing is a feeling which is naturally acceptable. Yeah, so this is the very basic proposals regarding the feelings. And then we say this mutual happiness is there between me and the other human being. So we have discussed about the foundation feeling of trust in the first session number 8, and the feeling of respect in session number 9. Trust is to have the clarity that the intention of every human being is same. To have the assurance, to have the clarity that the other wants to make me happy and prosperous. Respect is right evaluation, saying that the purpose, program, and potential of every human being is same. I can rightly evaluate the mutual competence with the other human being, and then I can make a program according to that. If I am lacking in competence, I am committed to learn from the other, seek help from the other to improve my competence. And if I see that I am having more competence than the other, then I am more responsible than the other to live according to the responsibility and help the other to improve his competence. This is my responsibility. So this much we have discussed in the previous till the previous session. Now we go into the session number 10, that is reverence for excellence. If there are some questions regarding this feeling of respect and feeling of trust and respect, we can go with the questions. I think Rajesh Kumar ji has unmuted the mic. Now it is muted. If there are some questions, you can ask, or some sharing regarding the feelings of trust and respect.
हेलो,
Yeah, namaste.
सर आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं?
Yes, I can hear you.
जी, कुछ शेयरिंग ही समझिए, क्वेश्चन तो नहीं है। उसमें बात ऐसी है कि आजकल एजुकेशन में कंपटीशन बहुत ज्यादा है। सर,
I'm listening, please go ahead.
ओके, हाँ, तो आजकल एजुकेशन में कंपटीशन बहुत ज्यादा है। नीट एग्जाम है, एमपीएससी है, यूपीएससी है, ये सब परीक्षाएं किसी न किसी तरीके से बच्चे फेस करके जाते हैं। और अभी 4 दिन पहले की न्यूज है कि कोटा में पिछले 6 महीने में कम से कम 19 डेथ हुई है ये कंपटीशन की वजह से, क्योंकि बच्चों के ऊपर बहुत बर्डन है, बच्चे पढ़ नहीं पाते और वो कंपटीशन की भावना हमेशा उनके दिमाग में बनी हुई है, जिसकी वजह से वो ये चीजें हो रही है। तो कंपटीशन करेंगे नहीं तो पास नहीं होंगे, एक एक ऐसी धारणा बच्चों में है। दूसरा, अगर हम ये सोच लें कि कंपटीशन के बजाय वो सिर्फ अगर कोऑपरेशन की भावना उनके अंदर निर्माण किए जाए तो यूपीएससी पास ही नहीं हो सकते, ऐसा उनके मन में भी एक है। तो इसका कोई रास्ता आपके पास सर?
Yeah, we will discuss regarding this. So when we discuss regarding this reverence for excellence, when it is coming to the part of excellence, we will take up your question. Yeah, this is very, very important. What you are telling is very important as far as the children of
Yes,
this
sir.
era is concerned. And
Because are go to suicide। हाँ, ये
mm,
इतना एक्सट्रीम हो रहा है कि पिछले 6 महीने कोटा में 19 बच्चों ने अपनी जान गंवा दी है
19,
कंपटीशन के
yeah.
चक्कर। तो ये कहीं ना कहीं रुकना चाहिए, और रुकने का एक ही तरीका है जो हम यूएचवी में देख रहे हैं कि कंपटीशन की भावना खत्म कर दी जाए, फिर वहां से वो बच्चे बच सकते हैं, ऐसा मुझे लगता है।
Very true. Very true. Yeah, this is also true that the entrance coaching centers are also putting upon pressure. The parents are putting upon pressure.
Yes, sir.
There is
All are in
peer
pressure.
pressure. Yeah.
All are in pressure. They are paying a huge amount for education, and their mind create to competitive examination only, not for the cooperative or cooperation type. So this is the big problem in our India.
Yeah, we will look into this.
Okay.
Once we place the proposals of excellence, we will look into that. It's a very important thing. Yeah.
जी sir.
Yes. Rajesh Kumar ji is telling, we want to win, we want to be the best, we want to be successful, we want to excel. But how do we do this? And what is the purpose of becoming the best, to be successful, and to excel? This is to be discussed before we go into the excellence part or the competition part. So when I say I want to win, I want to be the best, I want to be successful, I want to excel, do I mean to or do I mean to say that I want to be the first, I want to come first, come ahead of everyone, or I also want to understand? And in this process of understanding, it is possible for me to get a good score and get a good rank also in the examination. Let us understand this excellence and what this competition do when it is not excellence. Excellence, what we say is it about being better than any other in a particular area of life, or is it something else? Being better than anybody else in any particular area of educational part or part of life. Being ahead of anybody. Is that what we mean by excellence or something else? We will also explore the program for excellence. Is it through competition, competing with each other, or through collaboration? So we will try to answer these two questions in this particular discussion on reverence for excellence. Yeah, so we briefly look into what we mean by excellence here. Excellence is understanding harmony and living in harmony, leading towards continuous happiness at all the levels of the human being. As an individual human being, that is my own level, I have to see what is my understanding of harmony. As a member of my family, I can see what is my understanding and what is my excellence there. As a member of the society in which I am part of, I can see what is my harmony what is my participation, and what is my excellence over there. And also as a unit in the nature and existence, I can see for myself what is harmony and how can I live in harmony and how can I excel in these levels. So essentially the completeness of this right understanding, that is what we refer to as excellence or Sreshtada. All of us are in the path. All of us are moving towards this understanding harmony, and we try to live accordingly at all the 4 levels. And what do we promote in our institutions? Is it excellence or something else? Excellence and competition are not similar. So in competition, I want to come first in the class. I want to compete. I want to compete also means I want to oppose the other. So in that, I try to learn for myself. I try to oppose the other. I do not try to share whatever I am having with the other, and I hinder the other from reaching my level. Whereas in excellence, one helps the other to bring to his level or her level. So what is desirable, excellence or competition? If we have to see the purpose part of this, what is the purpose of excellence? What is the purpose of this competition? And the feeling part, the what to do part, the feeling part. The feeling in competition, if you can see, as Rajesh Bhaiya has rightly pointed out, in the competition part, there is this feeling of opposition with the other, and pressure is causing stress in the self of the people over there. Pressure which is offered by the kind of training which they are having, pressure from parents, pressure from the peer group, pressure from teachers, and also the many preconditioning which is existing. So all these are adding to this competition pressure. And that may lead to, as Rajesh Bhaiya pointed out in the beginning, so much of problems within the self of this students who are undergoing the training, and also somebody may commit suicide also. So as Bhaiya pointed out, in a well-known city in the country, there are 19 suicides recently because of this entrance examination pressure. That's what Bhaiya is telling. So this is very, it is very important to address this issue through helping the students to see what is their purpose of life. Is this competition the ultimate purpose of life? And even if they compete and through competition they reach some level, is the feeling continuous within them, or is the feeling settling down? So let us sit with our students. All of us are, some of us are teachers, and many students have also joined through the YouTube channel. Let us sit with the students and see what is their perspective of this. So when he discusses content with the students, then from many corners, the students also say that competition is required. And somebody may say healthy competition. So what is the difference between competition and excellence? This is to be understood very clearly over here. And that is what we are trying to. So these are the issues. The concerns are when you go for competition, we try to hinder the other from reaching to my level. We try to oppose the other. We may not share what I am having with the other. But in excellence, when I am trying to complete this right understanding part, I have a feeling of a relationship with the other, because I am trying to understand this harmony at all the 4 levels, and I'm trying to live in harmony at all the 4 levels. So this is what I'm trying, and my skill part is also coming as a small thing into this excellence part. So when I'm acquiring skills, how to use the skills rightly, this also is part of my excellence part. So I can acquire this information, and when I acquire the information for my living purpose, that is skill part, and when I understand the harmony at all the 4 levels, then I can see that I am in a relationship with people in all the 4 levels: my own level, family, society, nature, and existence. And this feeling of opposition is not there. Yeah, so this could be placed with some examples in front of the students. It's very important. Let us see which are the proposals available here. So we will discuss the content in line with this. So this question we used to ask in the workshop also: how many students in the class can understand? And how many students can come first in the class? You can respond for yourself. When we say how many students can come first in the class, first means only one. And the one who is coming first in the class is having the responsibility to maintain this first place. And to maintain the first place, what does he do? He does not help the person or the students who are coming second, third, fourth, etc. in the class, may not share the information which he is having with the others. This may happen. I won't say this is what is going to happen for sure as a rule, but this may happen. A feeling of opposition, a feeling of detachment may be there to the person who is coming first in the class, but there are exceptions also. But when I am trying to come first in the class, when I am striving always to come first in the class, this feeling of opposition will be there with the other, maybe there with the other students in the class. And what about the other students who are coming, say, second, third, fourth, etc.? The feeling may be that of is the feeling of that of opposition or a relationship? Is it jealousy or affection? What is the feeling of those who are coming second, third, fourth, etc. to the one who is coming first? Is it a feeling of opposition or feeling of a relationship or a feeling of jealousy or affection? We may observe this. Mostly, there can be possibility of feeling of jealousy. There can be possibility of feeling of opposition with the other. But when there are 60 students in the class, there is potential in every human being, as we have discussed in this right evaluation part. When there is potential, when we see that there is potential in every human being, then using this potential, I can improve my competence and I can understand. But as we see currently in a class of 60 or 50 or 60, when a class is conducted, when a program is conducted, not all the students understand at the same level. There may be somebody who focus more, they may understand better. Somebody's focus may be diverted, so they may not understand better. This may happen. And somebody may not focus upon at all. So this depends upon how the students are getting focused. But the possibility is there for all to understand. So this possibility or this potential can now be explored further. So what is required is when a particular topic is being discussed in the class, let us try to improve the self-awareness of the students through this universal human value proposals. bringing their attention to the natural acceptance, the purpose of learning the particular content, and to understand what is harmony at the individual to family to society to the nature and existence. So as many of the teachers do, if we can spend at least 5 minutes or 6 minutes in the beginning of every class to bring in or to bring the attention of the students with the very key proposals of the UHV, just to get their focus to the purpose part, just to let them see things through the natural acceptance. And then if we can place the content, what we are trying to discuss, in my experience also, it will be more effective. So we will see all this. These are all kind of methodologies. So methodologies are coming in the how to do part. We will discuss regarding this. So the question regarding how many students in the class can understand, we can see that with the potential, all the students can understand, all the students can achieve excellence. This potential this possibility is there. But when it is regarding coming first in the class, only one can come first in the class, and that one will be special. So what happened in one of the incidents in the state capital of Kerala recently is that one worker, so he was very living very happily, was having his daily work, and he is fetching money. So it was going on very nicely. He was fetching a small sum. It was going on just like that. Life was going on just like that. And one day he was running towards the police station in the state capital, just screaming like, help me, help me. Nobody was running behind him, but he was screaming, help me, and running towards the police station. So what happened when the police people asked him what happened, then he explained that I have won this lottery. I think it is like 1 crore rupees or so. So when he recognized that he has won this lottery, he has taken a lottery, when he recognized that he has won this lottery, suddenly his harmony is in problem. So he became in disharmony. So he went into the police station. So now he has a lot of money with him, or this possibility of getting this money is there with him, and now he is in trouble. Yeah, so can we relate to a person who is coming first in the class and he is special? Others who could not come first in the class are having this feeling of jealousy with him, and the person who is coming first in the class is now in disharmony because he has to maintain that. And for maintaining this, he has to work and not sharing his information, the information which he had with the other. This may happen. So all these are possibilities only. Well, let us come back to the proposal. How many students in the class can understand? All of them can understand. All of them have this possibility or potential. And only one student can come first in the class. All right. Now we just try to explore regarding these proposals of excellence and competition, as we can see here in the table over here. One is given as excellence. Second table is given as special, to be special. So to be special is part of this competition. Now in excellence, when I try to understand this harmony at all the 4 levels, when I am in harmony, and I can see that harmony, I have to understand and live in harmony at all the other levels also. I could see that the other is like me. If I could not see that the other is not like me, I'm special, I'm different, I'm better than the other. this feeling is there. When I am trying to take effort for excellence, when I am trying to understand harmony and living in harmony at all the 4 levels, I can see that I have this feeling of complementarity with the other. But when I am trying to be special, I see that I'm different. I try to accentuate this difference. In my effort for excellence, I try to help the other to come to my level. Because I can see that if I understand, that is not adequate for me to be happy, because I am working for mutual happiness, not just for my own happiness, but for the happiness of the other. So I'm trying to see this happiness, I'm trying to see this harmony. I can share whatever I have been exploring with the other. So I can help the other also to come to my level. And that is the starting point of this mutual happiness. Whereas when I am trying to be special, when I am trying to be the first, when I am trying to compete with the other, I try to stop the other to come to my level. Because I want to maintain this first position, I may try to accentuate the difference, increase the difference. I try to dominate upon the other, manipulate upon the other, try to exploit. All these things may happen. When I am making effort for excellence, I operate on the basis of my natural acceptance. I see always a relationship, harmony, and coexistence within. So I refer to my natural acceptance before I take any program, before I engage in any program with the other. So my program is going to be, my conduct is going to be definite in that case, when I'm trying to understand this harmony and live in harmony. Whereas when I try to accentuate, when I try to be special, I operate on the basis of my assumptions. And these assumptions may change many times. So I see that I want to be first in the class. And to be first in the class, I may think that I have to collect this information from my teachers, from the books and other sources. And whatever information I collect, I'm not supposed to share with the other. These may be my assumptions. And these assumptions may change. Later on, I may think that anyway, the teacher is teaching to the whole class, I may share this information. Or if somebody asks, I can share whatever the teacher teaches, but whatever information I collect on my own, I can keep it with me. Wait, I'm just giving some examples. So I may operate on the basis of my assumptions, changing assumptions. And I may be driven by others also, driven by what others sometimes, but what others think, what others trigger me. So I may be focusing upon the reward. Sometimes when I am coming first, I am maybe focusing upon the reward with which my parents or my peers or my teachers or my well-wishers might have offered me. So focusing upon that, I may try to become special. I may try to be the first in the class. I may try to compete with others. But sometimes, as it is given there, I may fear the punishment. So my parents would have told me that unless you come first in the class, you will be punished. We will be cutting the pocket money, for example, or we may not be giving you particular physical facility, for example, something of that kind. I could recollect an example right here. So when I was traveling in one of my friend's car, I could overhear the conversation of my friend with his wife. It was happening in this Bluetooth of the car. So the conversation was like this. The father, that is my colleague, was asking the mother, his wife, that what was the score of their child in a particular examination. And the reply from there was, the reply from the mother of the child, it was, she lost 1 mark. That was the reply. When this, she lost 1 mark, I heard this. After the conversation, I asked him, because I was just thinking of how many marks could she achieve, or could the child achieve, could the child secure. I asked my colleague, what was the total marks? He said it was 25. It was just a class test or so. So there, then I said, so she secured, your child secured 24. He said yes, but anyway, she lost this 1 mark. The focus was on what was lost. And when the parents call the child for what is lost, not what is gained, then this fear of punishment may be there. So always the drive or the pressure upon the child is to secure full marks always. Are you able to connect to this? Any examples? Any sharing from your side? So when we are working only for this, getting full marks, the fear of punishment is there, then I always try to become special, always try to compete with the other. I'm always under pressure. Do you have an experience like that? Or do you have an experience of your students or children like this? Going under pressure because of this fear of punishment. Should not pressure. Rajesh Kumar ji is typing. Yeah. Nice. So this is the responsibility of the parents also here, not just the students alone, but the responsibility of the parents, the teachers, the well-wishers, the peers. There are so much of responsibility vested upon this this peer group, the parents and teachers, for helping the students, for getting them, letting them coming out of this stress of competition. So are we trying to help them so that they will be self-driven with a clarity of the human purpose? What is my purpose of maybe undergoing this kind of an examination? If the pressure is upon this for this examination by the teachers or the colleagues, what is the purpose of undergoing the examination? The clarity has to be there in the child. And what do we do to help them? Do we try to tell them that you should always score full marks? You should always score or the first position in the class? You should always score first rank in the entrance examination, or first few ranks at least in the entrance examination? And if it is not, if you could not do that, the life is useless. Do we do this, or do we try to help them with the clarity of human purpose? That is, we try to tell them that, yeah, you can have a try of your own. You can try to understand. That is more important than coming first in the class or scoring full. That is not important, but understanding is more important. And if it is an entrance examination, having a moderately good score or a moderately good rank will fetch you admission in this particular institution. So that is okay. What do we do? Do we help them to be driven by others, or do we help them to be self-driven? Do we propose them, or do we impose them? If you impose them, then the pressure is there. They may go by that preconditioning, and this driven by others, this may be there. We can explore if we help them to be self-driven, we propose that what is important for you, what is the purpose of this particular examination which you do, or particular piece of study, branch of study which you are doing. Is it understanding? Is it for understanding, or is it for some other purpose? What is the main purpose? Yeah, so what I am telling is, let us help our children to be self-driven, not driven by others. When I am trying to excel, when I am trying to understand this harmony at the 4 levels, right evaluation is my part. So others may over-evaluate, under-evaluate, or otherwise evaluate myself, but that's fine. That is others' opinion. There may be many who try to pressurize, but I try to, for myself, I try to rightly evaluate myself. I have a self-evaluation. I can evaluate myself rightly. I can use this potential. Without succumbing to this over-evaluation or under-evaluation by others. I can rightly evaluate myself. So we used to place this example of over-evaluation, under-evaluation when of a student who went into a higher institution in the country. He was from a very from a village. So the village people always try to over-evaluate him, that he is doing well in the examinations, he's cracking all those examinations, so they over-evaluated him. So they over-evaluated that this student can crack any examination, can do anything in the world, kind of evaluation was there. With this, the student himself over-evaluated. He went into a state of ego, and he studied in this higher institution. After the study, he got into placement also, good company, good job. But when he was there at the company for his job, he saw that many other colleagues of him who were there in the village or similar villages and who studied in different colleges, not this higher institution at which he has been studying, but some of the institutions which are supposed to be inferior as far as he was concerned. And those colleagues are also there in the same company, fetching the same salary. So this generated an under-evaluation for himself. He went into depression. So this ego to depression, this cycle happened for him, and he went back home, shut inside his room for many days, even for many months. Because of this, could not manage with this this transfer from, or a transformation from this ego to depression. The relatives went for counseling. They brought doctors, psychiatrists, etc. But nothing worked out. So because of his wrong evaluation upon himself, he finally succumbed to that. So what way we are promoting? Are we promoting to rightly evaluate oneself through proposing, or we try to over-evaluate or under-evaluate our children? So when I am trying to be special, this over-evaluation may come. Maybe with the trigger of others, or it may come with me when I'm trying to be special. And this may give way to sometimes under-evaluation when I see that I'm not performing well. My performance is going under my expectation. I may under-evaluate myself. So this cycle can be there. Ego depression cycle can be there. Maybe there in competition, but in when I am making effort for this excellence, I can rightly evaluate myself. Also, when I try to understand this harmony at all the 4 levels, I can see what is prosperity, physical facilities. So the production of more than what is required, I can see this, and right utilization of the physical facilities. I share whatever is there with me, whatever is excess with me, with the other, and nurture not only me, but the other also. But when I am competing with the other, when I am trying to be special, I cannot see this feeling of prosperity. I feel like I'm deprived. I want more. I may hoard, I may exploit the other. So this may happen. When I'm trying for this excellence, when I'm trying to understand harmony, there is a definite completion point. So my feelings are absolute. My feelings will become definite when there is completeness of this right understanding. But when I am trying to be special, when I am trying to compete, the feelings are relative. Sometimes it is that of a relationship, sometimes it is that of opposition, mostly that of opposition, I would say. But the fluctuation may be there. There is no definite completion point in this to be special or in this competition part. So these are some of the proposals regarding excellence and competition, or excellence and to be special. If there are any sharing or question regarding this, we can have this. What way do we promote? Do we promote this competition or do we promote this excellence in our institution, and what is desirable? Any sharing, any questions regarding this content? Rajesh Kumar ji was raising this question in the beginning of this workshop, very relevant question of the students being pressurized for this entrance examinations. There is pressure from the parents, the other so-called well-wishers, peers, the entrance examination coaching centers, because all of them are having different purpose for doing this. Parents may try to project their children as the best. When the children come up with good ranks, the parents can tell others, relatives and others, that my son or daughter has done well in the examination, and they can be proud of that. That may be their purpose. The entrance examination coaching centers, they have to claim that the many students from their coaching center have achieved this good ranks, higher ranks. So these purposes we have to see when we go to these entrance examination centers. In one of the meetings with an entrance examination coaching center, I also have an experience that the manager of that particular coaching center was telling that students have to study at least for 16 hours a day. At least for 16 hours a day. That was what he was telling. So he repeated that several times. 16 hours is a minimum. You can increase that further. Out of 24 hours, if you study for 16 hours, will you be comfortable? Will you be able to do other work? Ultimately, we want to be in harmony. So if this coaching is for 1 year or sometimes 2 years. So when you do this 2 years coaching or 1 year coaching, whatever, if you work for 16 hours for this entrance coaching, studying, self-studying, as well as going for coaching classes a day, even you cannot see the outside world. So this question was raised by me at that time during the meeting, that how does a student see the outside world when he or she goes for this training for 16 hours a day or study for this many number of hours. then there was a vague response by the particular manager because his purpose is different. And if you look at those who are scoring very good rank, you may be able to see that they may not be working for all these 16 hours or so. They'll be working moderately good. But it is always good to have this feeling of excellence as a proposal and competition. If you go by competition, all the proposals which we can see on the right of the screen may be there. But if you work for excellence, then I can see that I'm in harmony. And when I'm in harmony, I can see I can perform better than when I'm in pressure. When I'm trying to understand this harmony at all the 4 levels, I am also, it is also helping me to perform better. Are you able to see that? When I am comfortable, when I am calm, when I am at peace within, when I am in harmony within, my performance will be much better than when I am not in harmony, when I am discomfortable, not comfortable, or when I am not in peace, calm within. What do you think? Any sharing or any questions from your side? The mic is there with many of the co-explorers, so if you want to ask a question, you can just unmute and speak. You can also use a chat box. If there is any sharing from your side, you can put your sharing in the chat box also. This also is good. As many students may be attending this in the YouTube channel, and later also many of them are trying to watch this for their self-learning purpose. Your sharing also may add to this. So many teachers have joined. If the teachers have any experience from their side, they can put it here. So what do you think, excellence or competition? Which one do we promote? If it is competition, are you able to see that what we have written on the right side? These proposals may be verified. Some of these proposals can be verified if competition or to be special is promoted. Yeah, Rajesh Kumar ji is typing in the chat box, excellence is to be promoted. And when we promote this excellence, that is completeness of right understanding of harmony at all the 4 levels and living in harmony at all the 4 levels. Are we able to see that we are comfortable, we are in harmony, and with this harmony and comfortable state, we can perform better. Even that may help me to achieve good grades in the examination. That may help me to achieve good rank in the entrance examination. That may also help me to adjust my timing or manage my timing. The time management may be better in that case. So there are several benefits which we could just try to put forth regarding this when I am trying for excellence, when I am making effort for excellence. There is all the whole possibility is there for moving towards this absolute completion or definite completion point in excellence. These are all proposals, but we have to verify the proposals for ourselves and help the students also to verify the proposals. So maybe to those students who are being sent for sent to these coaching camps, coaching centers, may be given a session on this UHV introductory or UHV 1 part, particularly this feelings part. So they can work for their entrance rank, that is good, that may fetch them admission in a good institution, but with a feeling of relationship with the other, without disturbance within, without disharmony within, they can perform. Even if their performance is not good in the mock tests which the examination coaching centers may help them to perform, this is okay. They can try to improve their performance, but with a feeling of complementarity. They can share whatever the information they had with the other, and when we share this information with the other, what is happening is my own information, my own level of understanding is getting better. So when I share this content, try to share this content with you, it is me who is getting benefited much better. My level of understanding is getting improved. That's what I can see for myself. So when I share the information which I am having with the other, I can see this complementarity part. I'm helping other as well as I'm getting this improvement. And I can perform better, much better in the examination if I'm trying to write the examination. So all these things are there. So these are the proposals which I have to put before you. We have a few minutes left out. In this, if there are some sharings or questions, we can take them up. Now, all of you are given this mic. So if any of you would like to share or ask a question, you're welcome. All right, if there is no sharing, we will just see this before we close the meeting today. What is the adverse effect, adverse impact of feeling of competition? And what is collaboration or cooperation? So one of the adverse impacts of feeling of competition is on our own happiness and prosperity. It is affecting our own harmony because we are not seeing the harmony. And the prosperity part, I may not have a feel like I'm having enough or more than enough. It is having impact on other human beings with whom we are interacting. Because what I'm sharing with other human being is what I have. If I'm having this unhappiness, if I feel that I'm working hard, but I am just competing with the other, I'm always having this fear of somebody is getting ahead of me because I'm special, I have to be special. Then when I share this with the other, then unhappiness is being shared. So when I interact with other human beings, this impact on the feeling will be there. So also with the society and nature. So I may not interact with the society at all during my preparation. With the nature also, I may not interact. But if I interact, the impact of this competition will be there with the society and nature. So in nature, I may try to exploit the physical facilities from nature without returning or replenishing back the resources. In society also, when I interact with society, then sometimes I may not be behaving properly in the society. This may also happen. If I'm not in harmony, my behavior with other human beings may be getting affected. So I can see for myself. So I'm not going to go through the complete list. So you can go through that. Now, as an assignment, you can see for today, or till the next week, when I am getting this, when I am having this disharmony within, you can observe whether this disharmony within is affecting your performance in your activities. Let it be examination, let it be something else. Observe within this, when you are in disharmony, for some reason or the other, is it affecting your performance in the examination, in the studies, or in your other activities? And on the other hand, whenever you are comfortable within, whenever you are in harmony within, whenever you are in peace within, whenever you are calm within, is your activities, is your preparing for examination, is your studies getting affected because of that? So these two things you can explore within. These two things you can respond in the next Wednesday meeting when we meet again at 7:30 on next Wednesday, that is 27th of this month. If there are some immediate questions, we can take them up. If there are some immediate sharing, also we can take them. Otherwise, we will close the meeting. So as I can see, no hands are raised and nobody's mic is unmute. I thank all the co-explorers for your participation in the Zoom as well as YouTube platforms for this session. There are some interactions only in one sharing in the beginning, and there are a couple of responses in the chat box. But I'm sure all of us are exploring regarding what is being discussed in the session. So I thank all of you, and let us meet in the next Wednesday, that is 27th of this month. Over to you, Bhaiya, for the closure. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya, and thank you all the co-explorers. We'll meet again for more such and such session and interaction next Wednesday. Thank you, everybody. Namaste.